Hey mini enthusiasts, how are you doing? Welcome back. I hope you're well and I hope you're having a great day. So today, bit of a treat, we are on my John Cooper S Sport 5. This is a very, very rare car. It's one of probably only 30 or so Cooper S Sport 5s that was built and registered at John Cooper garages in Ferring. And what makes this Mini so special is it's had the John Cooper treatment, but it also has a Jack Knight Developments 5-speed gearbox. So in today's video, I'm just tinkering. It's coming up MOT time, and if you've been watching the channel for a while, this little Mini doesn't get much love, so it's time to give it a bit of TLC. Right, so I've been putting off this job for ages, and as you can see, it's going to get a little bit serious because I'm protecting the floor. So last MOT, I kindly got advised that there was a bit of corrosion on the rear valance on this side, and to check it out for the next MOT. So the MOT's coming up in a couple of months' time. I've put my head underneath. It doesn't look nice. I think when I poke it, I'm going to make a hole. So let's get it jacked up in the air. We'll probably take the rear bumper off to begin with. So that's just 3 7/16 nuts. One there, one there, one there. Drop them down from the bottom. We're probably going to need to remove the wheel arch as well. But I'm just going to get the bumper off and the fog light for now. And then we'll have a closer look. Right then, that wasn't too bad. Just that wheel arch there, you have to take apart the inside of the car to get to the final 2 bolts, nuts, which are down in there. So, quick look. So that's the corrosion I could see behind the wheel arch, and I've got my corrosion assessment tool. Straight away, there we go. Right, that's a hole. Is there a hole there? Don't know. Scabby. Yeah. Yeah, that's quite rotten there. I guess the worst bit, I was thinking it was just this side, because I was looking over this side and it looks all right, but I've got a horrible feeling that that's just filler there. Yeah, there we go. So it's going to be more involved than I think it is. I think realistically this is just going to be chop out the complete rear valance. Now I'm going to need to get this side apart as well, which is going to mean removing the fuel tank. Yeah, so I will be back in a moment. Hopefully I've not got to take the fuel tank completely out. I think from memory I can just pull it to the side. So bear with me, pull it aside, it's really easy. Just 1/2 inch bolt down the bottom there, pull that out, the tank strap comes out, take off the fuel cap, and you can wiggle it out and you can get some, you can probably get an arm behind there without fully removing the tank. Otherwise you've got to take all the fuel pipes off and everything. So bear with me while I do that. Same process, move the tank out the way. 3 8mm nuts here, 2 inside. A rivet down the bottom there, and we'll have that arch off as well. Well, that escalated quickly, didn't it? I didn't expect to be taking this side apart. It looked okay when I looked, but now I've pulled the wheel arch off there. You can see I've got a hole there. I think that rear valance, to be honest, has probably just had it. I can't actually see, there should be like spot welds up this side where it goes onto that closing panel, and it's completely smooth, so I reckon it's just got filler in that side. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be removing the tank, so it had pretty much a full tank of fuel in, so I've just taken the tank completely out for safety because we're going to be welding. Battery's disconnected now. The tank I've actually taken out the garage. It's round the back outside, so completely out the workshop. Don't want to take any risks. We've got that wheel arch off this side now. I have had them be off before, so I know it's all good behind there. It's literally just that rear valance. What's next? Like I say, it just kind of escalates, doesn't it? I had to take that speaker out the back because it gets in the way of the petrol tank. And I suspect next, probably that exhaust rear box, because that's going to get in my way, isn't it? So let me whip that off quickly. Right, that's the exhaust off and out the way now. Now we are probably pretty much just ready for cutting. But before I do any cutting, we're going to cover up the whole car. For the moment, we're just going to cut along the seams. Just get the main part out. I might have to clean back here to find the spot welds. This side you can see them, like I say, they're clearly defined. This side you can't see them, so I reckon there's filler in there, so that'll be a bit messy. There's our Jan Speed exhaust. Had to take it off from the cap because I couldn't get it off there. It's quite easy though. So this is an original Jan Speed exhaust with the twin upswept tailpipe. This would have been standard fit on an S-Works. And you can see the date stamp on there. It says S109 1100, so I think that's probably November 2000, which would be about right for the car. Wouldn't have come with that exhaust with the SI kit, but that would have been an S-Works upgrade. Quite rare now, you can't buy them. I think you can do a group buy and they'll build some like to order, but yeah, just shows how good stainless steel exhausts are, because that is the original still. Now you might be thinking, Keith, how are you clever enough to know to park it in exactly that position so that you can still get the loft ladder down with a millimetre's clearance? Pure fluke. Right, we're getting proper involved now. It's covered up. It's time to start cutting. Yeah, didn't expect to get this involved, but hey ho, is what it is. Let's get stuck in. Right, so as I guessed, I knew it'd be full of filler. There you go. Spot weld should be down there somewhere. I can't really see them though. So I'm probably going to have fun. Now I'm just going to cut along that top lip, along this closing panel here, and we'll get all of that panel out. And then I can concentrate on cleaning up the edges. And obviously we've got this top lip here, which is 3 pieces of metal. We're going to need to unstitch all of that. Like I say, that side I can see the spot weld, so I can drill them out. So yeah, let me continue cutting. Right guys, feels like the good old days. Grinder dust, metal in your hair, grinder sparks. So there's our old Valance off. This was the side that initially caused me concern. This side where it had a load of filler, they hadn't actually bodged it up. There is a metal plate that plated inside there and obviously filled over the top. That's why I couldn't find the spot welds. So yeah, I won't slate anyone for filling it because they were filling over the top of a weld. But obviously then it's corroded down in this corner. If I turn the whole panel over, as you can see, nicely painted on this middle section, no paint on these outer edges, well, just primer, and that's why they corrode. So obviously water collects down the bottom here. And yeah, it is no more. So that's it all off. The corners I've cleaned up now. So we've got pretty good metal there. It has had a repair in the boot floor, so there was actually 2 layers in there, so I've taken it back to 1 layer. And then on the other side again, we are solid enough in there. I'm going to treat all this with cure rust in a minute, but the next problem will be getting this lip out here, because this is a bit of a mess as well. So I suspect we're probably going to have to grind that back to pretty much nothing, because I can't see really any spot welds along here. And this repair might run in to the bottom of that rear panel. Hopefully it won't, but I can just see it turning into that. So let's just get some cure rust on for now. Right, next up, just need to get that lip off that's left over from the Valance. I think it's going to be a pain because it's been replaced before. And like I say, that area there, 3 panels meet together and are normally spot welded. So that's the rear panel, the rear end, the boot floor, and then the Valance. They all sandwich together, commonplace for corrosion. But this has been replaced before, so it all depends how it's been welded on. Right, so I've got that rear strip off. It come off pretty easily, like most things. When they're really rusty, they come off easier. It was actually spot welded on, which is good in a way, I guess, rather than completely bodged on. However, it's in a bit of a sorry state, that rear lip. So, I mean, the middle section is okay-ish, but then I've got a big hole here. Here is very weak. As you can see there, it's gone as well. This, round the corner here, can you see this is all cracking? So, what does that mean? Well, I can actually see I've got a bit of bubbling around the bottom of the headlight there, bottom of that rear light, so that means there's corrosion up in there, corrosion behind the paint. Probably the worst bit is the boot floor has been repaired before, but rather than coming right out, they have just welded up to the edge, to the inside of the rear panel. And in fact, on this end, what they've actually done, hopefully you can see there, they folded it inside and then welded along the back. So what does that mean? I did think this would be a few days work in the garage, but I think it's going to turn into a bit more. I think I'm going to have to cut along there and replace this whole rear hinge section and the corners as well. And then I'm probably going to have to do a bit of a repair with the boot floor inside. So it's about to get a lot more involved. I've just ordered from Mini Spares as well, so I'm going to have to make another order. They do a repair section that goes down here. You can buy Magnum, which comes in 3 parts. You get the inner bit and then you get the outer corners, but being Magnum probably won't fit that brilliantly. Or you can get a genuine one, which is the whole repair section along the bottom. I think the Magnum repair bits are about 60-70 quid. The Magnum one's about 230. And the Magnum one, 3 separate bits, about 60-70 quid. The Heritage repair section, about 230-240, and that comes in 1 piece. However, there's going to be quite extensive sort of welding, fillering and that sort of thing. So when it's like that, it makes you wonder whether it is worth buying Heritage panels. So a little bit disappointed, a little bit disheartened. It's a much bigger job than I thought it was going to be, but it needed doing. You know, this is why we love minis, isn't it? So I think that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, do all of that good stuff. And we'll be back on PL, probably cutting out that rear panel on the next video.